Oh, right. So we're looking at the FTX Zorro. So this is just a toy. It's just a toy. So as I say, I got this car a year or two ago now, and in all fairness, compared to what you see on like online with everyone doing stuff, this one's had quite a bad day. So I'll just get a better shot of it. It's currently needing a bit of work. Since I've had this now, I've probably put 3 ESCs in it. You'll see the setup in a second of what it's running at. Well, this originally started as just a standard FTX Zorro brushed one, so they have the same chassis as the Carnage. There's a few people out there that have done good YouTube reviews, but I want to just say, everyone that's done a YouTube review, they haven't really sent it like I've sent this. If you actually have a real good look at the chassis and damages and stuff that's incurred, and see the wheels come off the rear, and like body wise, it's definitely seen some action. I live near the coast, so the reason I've gone through 3 ESCs is mainly because of coast. The ESC's just died and it's been parked up for ages now. I've been doing work to it, but I'll just show you what I mean. There's a quick close up. See, we got the FTX. Let's crack on. So, the bodywork on this, it's just it's been absolutely abused. Compared to some of the FTX reviews that you see online of other people, I never thought I'd do a YouTube video on this one. But in all fairness in itself, it's a nice little bit of kit. I enjoy it because it was cheap. So the first thing I did do was upgrade it immediately. So straight away to 5,200 milliamp hour lipos S2s with the ESC with a Dean's connector, and power wise 3,650 and 3,900 kVs. So at the moment in time, I have gone through it. I'm got rear diff or drive issues. So what I'm going to do now to begin with is put this new ESC on, which was like 13 quid off eBay. I don't want to spend 150 quid on an ESC and motor kit. The whole point of buying this was just to be able to buy a cheap one and send it and play around with it. The last one we had was like 52 quid, and that was a good bit of kit. It lasted really well, and there was nothing wrong when I parked it up, but it's been parked up for a long time now. When I say a long time, like months. Maybe the last time I used this was probably last year. Yeah, so right, let's do a quick video on taking it apart. I'm just going to get the battery, get the ESC, and hook it all up. That's what I was doing. I need the control unit. That's the old one was running, the Rocket RC. There's the old ESC, deaded with it. There's a control unit. It's a good hobby to have, this is. It's not overly expensive, so you can buy stuff now. I remember being younger and to buy things, oh, it's so expensive for the RC world, but now it's just so cheap. Let's see if these actually marry up the same way. So. See, so the old ESC was kaput, so we got a forward acceleration and a reverse. I will just turn this off now. Boom. So that's all working. So the ESC was kaput. I thought the motor was kaput because it was sticking, but I was like, oh, it's fucking brushless. It should go click, 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 and then it will calibrate what it's doing. So that's all good. As you can see what I've done, undo, 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 undo. This plate just comes out, that's what I've just been doing. And now I'm going to undo this here, which is just a little tiny screws, so nothing special. Like I said, done that. Come on, bugger. I'll just slide that top of there now. Keep all your screws together for that. So that's for that side there. This side there is them screws. 2 of the longer ones, but you'll figure it out. So motor out. So oh, I think I found one. I'm just looking for one. So what you want to do is lock that off and then try and move the other gear. No, so that's fine. There's not much movement between there and there. It's only lifting because the case isn't on, because it's just flow on them bearings, seal bearings. So I think it's the rear diff that's giving up jip. So let's have a feel of that. I'll just pop that there a sec. Yeah, there's nothing there at all from the. Yeah, so it's annoying not taking that off, but I'll just take that drive shaft off and pop him over there. And it's time to open this rear diff. Okay. Off and give him a good clean and whatnot, but they seem okay. Right, here's the rear diff. Ooh, it doesn't look too good in there. Does he just press out? I can't be arsed taking a full fucking diff off, size. Oh. Fucked it, mate. Fucked it. Absolutely fucking goosed. So the rear diffs come out the rear axle now, I don't know if we get any good enough light on there. So we get in nice and close, and you can see the gear I'm turning. You see how the very bottom of it isn't there, but like all the other teeth are. Yeah, that's the issue I'm getting. That's why I'm getting that. So yeah, so I need to, well, yeah, I need to get that fixed. So this is going to go back together now, and I'm going to go from a little parts catalogue. So great, nice one, brother. So literally left with just the chassis, which means I can put all the ESC together, and then order that part. There's no point doing that part because I'll do that part together, the drive shaft part, but I'll put all the ESC together. Actually, no, what I might do is I might leave the motor out and put all the plastics back on so I don't lose the screws and stuff. Keep the motor out. I might just order a new floor pan as well, because I've cracked this here. That's the front there. And a lot of people have been talking online on the forums is when these are accelerating and you've got your motor, which is just here, he's located just about there. When these accelerate, I don't know if they go clockwise or anti-clockwise, but the guy online was telling me that they twist up like that, which I have noticed when you're accelerating, the whole front left just twists. And it twists because of the frame, it's the chassis. But I was like, surely not the chassis, because the shocks are just shit preloaded. But I don't know, probably get a new chassis. I might go for a steel one or an aluminium one. I don't want a carbon fibre one, I don't want a plastic one. I want something strong that's going to be, when this is done with, it goes in the attic for 20 years and the kids or the grandkids will have something. You get a carbon fibre one and smash it up. I know it's stronger and all that, but a nice good aluminium one maybe. But yeah, let's put this all back together again. So back to another time lapse. So this is all back together now. I've left this rear drive shaft off with the main bearings and whatnot just there, because I'm going to replace this gear in the back that's knackered. I want to replace this floor pan as well because it's got the big brake at the front. This is going to go rear wheel drive only, so I'm going to get rid of this and concentrate on making sure the rear power drivetrain system's all good. The front is good, but I like it sideways. So yeah, so this is the motor I'm running it. It came with that ESC which I managed to kill. Well, I didn't manage to kill it. The rocket RC, I didn't use that near the coast at one bit. I used it like on the beach and stuff, but I didn't use any water and it fires up and stuff. It just doesn't fucking do anything. So it was all dry, so I just had to go and get a cheap ESC, which is like a waterproof ESC 60 amp, which is, as you can tell, the build quality between the two of them. This one's far superior just to build quality, but it didn't last me more than 12 months. So it's a bit annoying, really. I've gone through that many ESCs and batch stuff with it. So, I mean, that was with an ESC ages ago. That was with another ESC, and I actually went out and got a decent ESC and motor, and obviously this ESC is giving up the ghost again, and I can't understand why it's giving up the ghost, but it has what it has. So I'm going to put all this equipment away. I'm going to have to order a new rear, well, what are they called now? Not a bezel gear, can't fucking remember. But yeah, that's it really. Don't really do anything much with the FTX on YouTube, but I thought I might start just putting some videos up there as well. So yes, the FTX Zorro, based on the Carnage rear frame, and if you get the FTX Zorro brushless, they're a completely different frame to this, and if you get the FTX Zorro Nitro, completely different altogether. So these carry the same frame as the Carnage, and I think there's another one out there. But yeah, can't really grumble with these FTXs because it was like 115 quid new. But don't get me wrong, I pretty much paid for the controller and that, and the wheels and body, because I replaced straight to lipos, replaced all the running gear, well, all the motor and the ESC. The only thing I've kept really is the receiver controller, which would be 50-60 quid, and then something like that. So yeah, Bob, do you mind? Try and make a video for YouTube here, mate, about the FTX. Just a dog playing with a squeaky pig. So yeah, that's going to go back in the cupboard now. Order some bits, and then the next video I'll probably do on this is get this front drive shaft delete, repair the rear, put all the stuff back together, and then send it. So